Alright guys, so welcome to my channel, The Winner Circle Trader. This is my first video actually, and this is part of a series that I'll be starting, which is me just going over the NASDAQ chart analysis, where I think it is, what it's likely to do this week, and sometimes I might consider also going into the S&P, ES chart, or the gold GC chart, and sometimes even the CL, crude oil chart. However, yeah, mostly I'll just be looking at NQ because that's what I trade. Um, and yeah, I'm gonna go over what I think price is doing right now, where we're at, and what we can expect this week, and my reasoning behind it. All right, let's get into it. So, okay, first of all, before we even start, my dream scenario was actually for Monday for Asia session to just chop around here. London to take out its high and dump lower for a retracement. I'll get into why I want a retracement in the first place. New York open to manipulate lower into the OTE and for us to go higher. I'll explain why I want that to happen. However, let's first actually look at what the market open just did. Okay, so it does align with what I wanted to do. It's just happening a lot faster than I wanted. I might not get a fucking trade. Excuse my language, by the way. I might not get a trade that I want during New York AM session, which, I don't know. We might get it. But why do I want to retrace in the first place? Well, we are currently in a daily BPR here. We just took out this intermediate term high. And if you look closely at the daily candle from Friday, we did not really close above this intermediate term high. In fact, there was no displacement. So when this happens, usually, and this goes for any time frame, by the way, even on the 1 minute time frame, when we see a high get swept, but there's no displacement above it, usually you get at least a retracement and maybe even a reversal. So because of this, I do expect that we at least go a bit lower here before we go higher. But in general, why do I want the price to still go higher? Because on the weekly time frame, this is just like such an obvious draw on liquidity, a high inside of fair value gap. We have a void here as well, or volume imbalance. And yeah, man, the candles are since about 22nd of April. Let me just check if I'm correct here. Yes, the daily candles since the 22nd of April have all been bullish. So why would you want to short? I'm just expecting a retracement or I'm anticipating a retracement so that I can get a long opportunity. And yeah, once this target is hit, I honestly do not know what I want. I would actually have to just see how the weekly time frame closes this week. And yeah, uh, if we can get a close, something like this week, I expect honestly for NQ to just blast up to all-time highs again, as it always does, as it loves to do. And yeah, there's mixed feelings, of course, about the all-time highs. Um, the stop sizes will be a lot smaller, so maybe we can trade minis. But other than that, you're longing in premium all the time. We're too bullish to take shorts. I don't really, I don't know. All-time highs can be quite risky. However, if you know how to treat, if you know how to adapt to it, it's actually going to be fine. And we'll probably go over that in some video in the future. Anyways, for now, to summarize, what do I want? I want a little bit of a retracement here, at least to the 0.5 of this, maybe the OTE here, fill this kind of a void that was created by NFP on Friday, and then go higher. However, I'm very, very, very open for The well, I'm actually open for the OTE of the hourly candles, to be met down here. And I don't actually trade support zones, but saw a very credible support zone trader mark this out, and it aligns perfectly with the OTE, so I decided to just keep it on my chart as well, um, just to see what happens. And yeah, all I expect is a little bit of a retracement. It could be till here, it could be till here, it could be till the perfect OTE, reversal opportunity all the way down here at 19,400 to 500 or so. And yeah, um, the ideal scenario, of course, is we get some sort of a move down and we get a market structure shift, CISD, all of that, and for price to show us that it really does want to go higher somewhere in discount here, um, and yeah, at that point I expect a run up to the intermediate term high on the weekly chart, and that's really all it is for this week. um, I expect price to just move up um, after getting a retracement, and it doesn't have to give us a retracement. It's just like I don't have any long entries if there is no retracement, so that's the only reason I expect a retracement, or I am anticipating one, so that I can be ready for a long opportunity. Now, that's actually it for this week. For next week, um, I would remain bullish if the weekly candle closes up here somehow. And yeah, I think I already mentioned this, so let's not talk about it twice. But yeah, it is actually, by the way, 1 a.m. for me, guys. So um, just just so you guys know, I might be completely cooked right now. I'm not gonna be trading the Asia session, of course. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. Expect a retracement. If you can see some kind of a market structure shift, CISD, any of your setups uh, present themselves in the discount here for longs, I would be open for them. Now, can the market just dump all the way down here? Yes, it absolutely can. Why? Because on the 4-hour chart, we do have some low resistance liquidity, and on the weekly chart, or even on the monthly chart, you can see that the intermediate term low here, or the sell side on the weekly and the daily, was not actually hit. So we could definitely come back down here, and I think it also would make sense if we consider this a retracement for shorts. Let me check that to verify. Yep, and this would be the OTE. This weekly fair value gap right here would be OTE for shorts. So just so you guys know, yes, I am bullish till the intermediate term high here, but after that, I'm very much just chameleon bias. I'm open for price to dump. I'm open for price to go to all-time high, and I will not know what's about to happen until I see NQ show me what it really wants to do. And we're just gonna trade what is offered, guys. We're not gonna predict too much. We can anticipate things, and we can trade what we can trade whatever NQ offers us if it aligns with our anticipation. That's probably the dream case scenario in every situation. However, if it just shows us the complete opposite of what we want, we go with it, guys. We don't stick and marry our bias and whatever. So even here, the daily BPR could just dump it down. I don't know what's gonna happen, but because of the entire bullish nature of this move up, I do expect at least this intermediate term high to hit, and I wouldn't be surprised if we just go blast up to all-time highs in the coming weeks. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this video. If it helped you at all, just make up your buys for the week, or learn something new, or any reason whatsoever, just give me a like, give me a follow. I promise you, my future videos are gonna be a lot more professional. You're gonna see my name up there, uh, with the staple ICT student names. And yeah, man, I really look forward to this journey. This is my first video once again, so please give me a like for that. And yeah, the reason why I'm doing this is, well, I already kind of do all this analysis and everything for my students, physically. So if I can do that and also help you guys, why not, right? And on top of that, I'll be showing you guys my trades of the week and everything. And yeah, I think it helps also, like ICT has said, just, keep yourself accountable when you're showing people your executions, your analysis. It just keeps you accountable. I'm not gonna tell you that I want a retracement lower till here, um, and then look for longs, and then chase short down here, because I'm holding myself accountable due to what I've been telling you guys, right? So, um, yeah, that's my whole reasoning behind everything. Just if anyone is interested. Now it is 1:11 a.m. right now, so I'm slightly cooked right now. If I'm not flowing perfectly, that's why. And yeah, man, I just hope you guys the best for the week. Hope you guys end up green for the week. And if you don't, I hope you guys are able to, not revenge trade and at least stay disciplined. But yeah, I wish you guys all the best. And yeah, I hope this video helps.